all the educator. I, Miss Sabita, the resource person for today's in-house. That is, my topic is regarding the components of lesson plan. As you all know that planning is certain that is very important. It plays a vital role in our daily life, right? So that planning, if we implement in our teaching learning process, so then I think that it will be more advanced for us. It will be more easy. So before we start with any kind of planning, we need to have proper attention regarding that planning. So what we are going to start, how we are going to plan, whatever it is, yes or no. So today we'll learn about what are the key components of lesson plan. As we all know that before we start any day's topic, we need to have proper attention regarding that topic. But sometimes due to some careless, we don't do that. Yes. So before we move on to the our main topic, let us learn about what is lesson plan. As all of us know that lesson plan, as you can see in our first slide, the lesson planning is defined as a daily decision a teacher makes for the successful outcome of a lesson. A daily lesson plan is a written description of how students will move towards attaining specific objectives. That is very true, right? It describes the leading behavior that will result, it describes the teaching behavior that will result in students' learning. So it also enhances the students' learning. So why a lesson plan? Why we don't have any other planning? Why only lesson plan? If you see in our second slide, the lesson plans are systematic record of a teacher's through about what will be covered during the lesson. So whichever part we are going to start, that has to be written on that lesson plan. Means it should be a record. It should be a systematic record. Next we have lesson plans helps teacher to think about the lesson in advance. That is very correct. Before we start with any other thing with any other chapter, a teacher must learn about the lesson. Okay, so it gives a lesson to a teacher as well in advance. It resolves problems and difficulties. Now we can see that the children, they know everything. Right. It is the technological duration. The time is a technology where everything is just in a 1 second in a button, they can know everything. So sometimes what happened, to prepare a lesson plan, it really helps to solve out some difficulties that teacher is going to face. It provides a structure for a lesson. It also gives a map for a teacher to follow. It is like a mapping. Okay, right? When we start with any journey, we have a map. Now a digital India, everything is digitalized. So we have a map in our day-to-day life, right? So this lesson plan also gives one kind of mapping to the lesson. It provides a record for what has been taught. It is also one kind of record that children, they love to do. Okay. Now, move on to the third slide. We can see there is about the components of lesson plan. So see, in the first we can see here, first we need to have our objective. That what we are going to start, learning objective. Then next is very important is teaching method. What kind of teaching method? See, before teaching method, a teacher need to have some teaching aids. Like what kind of teaching aids a teacher need to have? Like suppose apart from blackboard, duster, chalk, apart from that, if we are going to start with any kind of subject called social science or any science subject, then we must have some activity. Like we can start with any kind of diagrams, okay, any kind of modules or any kind of board work. This kind of teaching aids is very helpful. Next is teaching method. What kind of teaching method the teacher is going to start? Like storytelling method or inductive method. So sometimes it is also very helpful to start to make a teaching learning process better. Next we have the PK test. PK test means your previous knowledge, what the child has acquired in there previously. Suppose if a teacher is going to start about the environment, a topic, then it's best to ask the children what they understand by the topic called environment. Suddenly, if my teacher will say about environment, they will see the surrounding. Yes, they will see all the things what they see. So that gives them a one kind of proper environment. Now, environment, what they see? They see human-made environment, something that is made by human, something that is given by us by nature. So that is They can easily identify. So after that, the teacher need to announce the topic, what the topic is going to, he or she is going to start. Okay. And after that, in every book we have explanation part, that is presentation is given, that is activity 1, activity 2 is given in any of the book. After that, the teacher can conclude that the thing, and the last is the final part is your assessment. That is the most important thing in a learning process. So now, apart from these components, we can see in the next slide, we can see the teacher's plan for internal reasons. See, this lesson plans are there for both the reasons, for internal and for external. So internal, what happened? It gives more confidence. The teacher will have more confidence. Not only teacher, the student will also gain some confidence that understanding the topic very properly, understanding the lesson very properly. Learn the subject matter better, enable lesson to run more smoothly, anticipate problem before they occur. They can solve the problem before it arrives. Okay. Next, if you see external part, then it satisfies the expectation. Sometimes what happens, we go to the class, but what we want to deliver our lesson, we don't do that. At the last, we just thought about that, oh, I could have done this, or I could have made the lesson more better. So when you make a lesson plan, what happens, you don't have to do that. It satisfies your personal thing. Okay. So it gives you personal expectation and also helps you gives you supervise. Next, we have to guide a substitute teacher in case the class needs one. Sometimes what happens, if you give some assessment to them, sometimes if you give them some help of walking or in worksheet, so that will be given as a substitute. Okay, that will help a class to make the class better. Means it act like a substitute of a teacher. Okay. At the last, but not the least, we can see that the benefits of daily lesson plan. We must have a lesson plan. What are the benefits is that a plan can help the teacher think about content, material, sequencing, timing and activity. That is very correct. You have to be chronological. It gives you a proper attention regarding the planning. Next, we have a plan provides security, that is in the form of a map in the sometime unpredictable atmosphere of a classroom. You never know that what a child is going to ask you. Maybe the child is very clever, or maybe the child has already learned the chapter. So from any part of the book or any part from outside also, that the child can ask you, can raise a question to you. So on that time, what happens? You will be well prepared if you have a lesson plan. Next, a plan is a log of what has been taught. A plan can help a substitute to smoothly take over a class when the teacher remains unavailable. Okay. So if you have that planning, then what happens? Suppose if a teacher is absent, in the absence of that teacher, a child, or you can say the children, will not have some difficulties, because already the thing has been taught to the children, and that will go on with them. They will carry forward along with them. So this is all about the important aspect of our components of lesson planning. Now, at the last, I can conclude my today's topic is with a quotation with if the plan does not work, change the plan, not the goal. Everybody of us, we are all a teacher. Yes, we all love to teach, and teaching should be from the heart. Yes, when we deliver something to children, that has to be communicate. One kind of interaction should be there between a teacher and a student. So when one plan fails, second we have to use. If that fails, we have to try for the next one. But our main motive should not be reduced. So that's up to about the topic. I thanks to all the members for listening to me. Thank you very much.